and evergreen. Simplify storage administration with Pure Storage and CDW. Make amazing happen. Find out more at cdw.com/purestorage.
Here's your Real Country 1430 forecast.
I'm meteorologist Brandon Bormans. A cold first weekend of January. A decent amount of sunshine, though. Highs near 11 today, lows near 0 tonight, and highs near 13 on Sunday. However, wind chill values today, tonight, and tomorrow as cold as 10 to 15 below. Looking for a great place to live, stay, shop, and play? It's easy to get to Worthington, Minnesota. It's worth a look. Right now, it's 12 degrees.
The following is a presentation of WRDN Sports. Welcome to the Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com. Now, with today's Panther Preview, here is Brian Winnekins.
From Durand-Arkansaw High School this afternoon, girls high school basketball as Durand-Arkansaw faces Onalaska Luther in a non-conference matchup. This is the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. For the Panthers, they are 7-2 after their win over Somerset last night, 57-39. For Onalaska Luther, they are 8-1 in the season after their 59-37 win over Keshton on Thursday night. Leading scorer still for the Panthers, Sawyer Sabelko, averaging about 12 points a game. Addison Hoff, leading rebounder with 5 rebounds a game. For Luther, Allie Zittel is the leading scorer, 12 points a game. And Brynlee Schmitz is the leading rebounder with 6 rebounds per game. And we'll talk with Durand-Arkansaw head coach Darren Lowenhagen about the game last night against Somerset and today's game against Onalaska Luther. And coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview, we'll tell you who won where and who's playing where on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. That's coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand-Arkansaw girls basketball on WRDN.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. Yes. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. As we get ready for this afternoon's Durand-Arkansaw Luther girls basketball game, let's run down scores from last night on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store. In boys hoops from last night, it was Glenwood City over Luck 55-37. Independence defeats Boyceville 60-47. Meanwhile, it was Ellsworth over Webster 72-52. Durand-Arkansaw beats Prescott 60-47. It was Eau Claire North over Menominee 72-55. Spring Valley, they defeat Unity 58-48. Elk Mound over Gale Electric Trempealeau 64-63. It was Luck defeating Glenwood City 60-51. Rushford Peterson over Wabasha Kellogg 93-42. Lincoln over Alma Pepin 61-47. St. Croix Central defeats Hayward 78-75. River Falls defeats New Richmond 71-52. Girls basketball from last night in a game heard here on WRDN. Again, Durand-Arkansaw defeating Somerset 57-39. Spring Valley over Chautauqua Weyerhaeuser 57-25. Menominee defeats Eau Claire North 61-42. Baldwin Woodville over St. Croix Falls 53-19. Independence defeats Boyceville 66-57. It was Glenwood City again defeating Luck at 55-37. River Falls over New Richmond 75-54. 50. High school basketball today on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. In boys basketball, Blair Taylor is hosting Plum City Elmwood. Alma Pepin is at Boyceville. Eau Claire North plays at La Crosse Logan. In girls basketball tonight, Plum City Elmwood is playing Blair Taylor this afternoon. Meanwhile, Alma Pepin is also playing Boyceville this afternoon. Wisconsin Dells is at Altoona. That's what's happening around the area this afternoon and tonight on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. You can follow the Durand Fresh Market scoreboard on the sports page of our website at realcountry1430.com. On the way, we're going to talk with Durand head coach Darren Lowenhagen about the win last night against Somerset and tonight's game against Cashton. That's coming up next on the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. It's Durand-Arkansaw girls basketball on WRDN.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
Welcome back to the Advent Health Panther Preview, brought to you by Advent Health of Durand. Time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com as we get ready for this afternoon's Durand-Arkansaw Luther girls basketball game. Joining us right now, Durand-Arkansaw head coach Darren Lowenhagen. Coach, last night, nice win against Somerset. We talked a little bit about that last night, but one of the things I did notice kind of late in the game, it did seem like the girls were kind of getting a little tired. I noticed some short free throws and that sort of thing. Is there a concern that they're kind of tired today?
Yeah, I mean, I think anytime you play back-to-back, and especially it's less than 24 hours with us playing at 3 o'clock, that you always have some concern with that, and hopefully we're able to rotate early with our girls, get some girls in, and get some good breaks there, and so hopefully that's not an issue.
And you know, so to work that in, will you start doing that like right away in the game, or do you have to kind of pick and choose where that's going to be at?
Yeah, I mean, I think ideally you come into the game with a game plan in your head of when you want to rotate and at what point, or maybe versus what matchups, and then sometimes the score dictates that you do it a little bit differently. So yeah, I have a plan in my mind, and hopefully we get to do it that way.
And it's also kind of hard for the coaching staff, though. I mean, I'm assuming you probably had a late night last night.
Yeah, I think I was in bed like 12:30, 1 o'clock, got a chance to watch our game, and then was able to pull up parts of some Luther games. You know, we've played them the last few years, so it's the same coaching staff. They do some of the same things, and some things are different. It's just trying to get your eyes on who they have for players and kind of what are they doing differently each year.
Talking with Durand-Arkansaw head coach Darren Lowenhagen. These games, I've always liked games like this. Luther's a bigger school. They come from the La Crosse area, a metro area. They're 8-1, but these are good games for our girls, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can look up and down our schedule and look, and there is good competition every single night. We don't take any nights off. We try to build a really good schedule. I think we've done that and accomplished that, and so we know that coming in that Luther's going to play hard, and if you watch them on film, they play extremely hard. They get after it. They're well coached. They've done it every single year we've played them. They play really, really hard, so we need to make sure we match that energy. Even though we played last night, that can't be an excuse. We got to just come out and get after it.
So the film that you've been able to watch with Luther, what are some of the things they'd like to do defensively?
You know, in the past, they've kind of done some matchup zone stuff, some different stuff where they challenge you a little bit. Haven't seen a lot of that this year, but I'm sure that's something that they potentially could go into at all times. The nice thing is we just spent a week working on zone, so that shouldn't be as much of an issue maybe in the past years. And then if we see more man, they're very aggressive in their man. They really like to disrupt you and make it. You got to handle their pressure, and if you don't handle their pressure, whether it's them trying to press you or whether it's them getting after you in the half court and they get some turnovers, then obviously we'll be in for a long night.
I'm betting after last night's game with the way the girls handled that man matchup type of zone, boy, you'd be really happy to see that again.
Yeah, I mean, I you know, it's I don't really care, I guess, which way they come with it. I think that we're ready for both. I think the girls are ready for both, and I think we can adjust to either one throughout the game.
Talking with Durand-Arkansaw head coach Darren Lowenhagen, offensively, what challenges does Luther give us?
Again, the same way they are on defense. They're very aggressive. They like to tack off the dribble. They shoot it well. They got 2 guards right now that are playing really well, both averaging about 12 a game. They got a freshman that starts right now that shoots it really well. So we got to do a good job just defending multiple facets of them coming off a ball screen. We got to help long enough, but then we can't help too long where they get an open 3.
Well, it's going to be a fun game this afternoon. Good luck. We'll talk to you after the game.
All right, thank you.
Durand-Arkansaw head coach Darren Lowenhagen on the way. Starting lineup saying to tip off, it's Durand-Arkansaw versus Luther and girls high school basketball. It's coming up next on Real Country 1430 AM stereo WRDN, Durand, Mondovi, Wabasha, and 107.3 FM translator W297CH Durand.
What does it mean to feel whole? For some, it's omega-3s, high fives, or shuffleboard. It's kale, kiwi, kumquats, all together. Whatever helps you feel whole, Advent Health is here to support it. We're here to heal what hurts, ease your mind, and lift your spirit with world-class medical expertise and compassionate whole-person care. So go for it. Get back on your feet. Overcome the odds. Live your best life and feel whole with Advent Health. To learn more, visit adventhealth.com.
The Durand Improvement Group is committed to improving Durand's quality of life through involvement in our community. From Fun Fest to music in the park, Durand Dazzle Holiday, and more, the Durand Improvement Group's mission is to strengthen area businesses and improve our community welfare. DIG is open to all members of the community, not just businesses. You can help. Visit DurandImprovementGroup.org and become an individual member of the Durand Improvement Group today. This message is a public service of Real Country 1430 WRDN.
And the latest news and information affecting agriculture is Real Country 1430 WRDN.
And welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School. I'm Brian Winnekins. A special welcome to the men and women serving in the military listening to our broadcast on our streaming audio service at realcountry1430.com. We'd like to say thank you for your service. And we hope today's broadcast brings you a taste of home wherever you may be serving. And our streaming video or audio service being brought to you by the Prime Realty of Durand, the area's #1 home seller. Visit their website at primerealtymidwest.com. And also Adam Super Service, your Partners Network Car Care Center, downtown Durand. Also, a special welcome to those of you watching our video streaming service on our website at realcountry1430.com. Our video streaming service being brought to you by the Wisconsin Soybean Marketing Board. And also welcome those of you watching on the Durand-Arkansaw School District YouTube channel and NTech Channel 99. Throughout the afternoon, we'll also be thanking all of our other high school sports sponsors. And we can't stress this enough. Please thank our high school sports sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, and tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts. Without their support, we would not be here at Durand-Arkansaw High School today. We're going to have our national anthem and go down courtside. Give you our starting lineups this afternoon for Onalaska Luther. They are 8-1 overall. And coming out will be number 2, senior Macy Neumeister. Number 4, freshman Natalie Hackbarth. Number 5, junior Kayla Scheibel. Number 12, senior Allie Zittel. And number 14, freshman Kara Uki. And the Lady Knights will be in their black uniforms with the white numerals. They will be going from left to right here in our first half. And for Durand-Arkansaw, 7-2 overall. And coming out will be senior number 2, Chloe Off. Also number 11, senior Addison Off. Number 12, senior Victoria Kurth. Number 14, senior Emma White. And number 21, senior Sawyer Sabelko. Lady Panthers will be in their white uniforms with the purple numerals. They will be going from right to left here in this first half. Thank you to our high school sports sponsors, including Sundstrom & Company, your local tax experts. Yep, it's tax time. Give them a call at 672-4425 to schedule your appointment. Charles LP Gas and Appliance, downtown Durand, offering a full line of Whirlpool appliances, along with installation service and servicing of other appliances as well. At Charles LP Gas and Appliance, downtown Durand, and NTech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand. Once again, please thank all of our high school sports sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, and tell them thank you for supporting these broadcasts. Without their support, it's pretty simple. We wouldn't be here this afternoon. So please thank our sponsors. We are ready to go on this Saturday afternoon from Durand-Arkansaw High School. And the ball goes up, and it's tipped, and it'll be controlled by the Lady Knights. As the Lady Knights come down to Zeidel now, gets it back out to the top of the key, over to Scheibel. Scheibel now back to Zeidel on the right wing. Zeidel now, will look for a cutter, no one there. Long cross-court pass over to inside now, and it's going to be stolen. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Who knocked it out of bounds? It looks like was stolen by Addison Oth, but she couldn't hang on, so it will stay Luther ball. Inbounding it on the far side. Looks like number 5, Scheibel. Scheibel now. Oh, check that was number 2. Inbounded to Scheibel. Into the right wing now. Back out to the top of the key. Round the horn we go over to Scheibel. Scheibel now dishes it back off to Neumeister. She tries to drive inside. Can't do it. Inside pass knocked away by Anna Hoyt. Regained control, though, by the Knights. Now to the right wing is Hackbarth. Hackbarth looking for a cutter. She'll try to drive inside. Goes around the screen. Long pass over to the corner. 3 ball on the way from the left wing. Rims out, no good. And rebounded by Chloe Oth. Chloe Oth over to Kurth. Kurth puts it up, partially blocked. Rebounded by the Lady Knights. With the rebound was Scheibel. Back the other way come the Lady Knights now over to Hackbarth. Hackbarth will dish it off to Unke. Unke now puts up a shot. No good. Rebounded by Kurth. Still no score. Over to Sabelko. Sabelko across the timeline now for the Panthers. Top of the key over to Oth. That's Addison Oth. Over to Chloe now. Chloe Oth on the right wing. She'll drive inside. Splits 2 defenders. Up and in. Oh, Chloe Oth decided to go right from the wing to the post. 2-0 Panthers. Full court Panther press now. Bounce pass inside to Zittel. Zittel now. Here comes the trap. She's not out of it yet, but gets it over to Neumeister, who gets across the timeline. Bounce pass now over to Hackbarth. Hackbarth on the right wing. Dishes it back off to Neumeister. Neumeister now to the top of the key to Unke. Unke tries to drive inside, works off the screen, dishes it back off to Zittel. Zittel on the left wing, kicks it over the right wing. 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Kurth. Kurth over to Chloe Oth. Panthers lead 2-0. Oth over to Kurth now. Kurth top of the key. Here comes the trap on her. Whistle foul. Foul will be on number 2. That's going to be on Neumeister. Her first team foul. Inbounding it on the far side will be Sabelko to Oth. That's Chloe Oth back to Sabelko on the right wing. Sabelko now has to get it back to Addison Oth back at center. Over to Chloe Oth on the left wing. Drives to the post. Puts up a tough shot. Wow, another tough shot by Chloe Oth. Holy cow. Full court Panther press. Panthers lead 4-0. Inbounded now to Zittel. Zittel now has Chloe Oth in her face, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Chloe Oth on the far side. Still not across the timeline. And we'll try that all over again. As Neumeister on the far side, looking, inbounds it now to Hackbarth. Hackbarth still not across the timeline. And now she'll get across the timeline as Sabelko in front of her. Sabelko all over, and now she'll come down to the right wing. Sabelko fighting for the ball, whistle, and out of bounds. And it's going to be off of Hackbarth. Good defense by Sabelko, and a Panther ball. And so Sabelko to inbound it now, right by the Panther bench. And inbounded to Chloe off. Chloe will bring it up across the timeline now for the Panthers. Over to Hoyt. Hoyt now from the right corner. Cross-court pass to the wing on the left side. Back to Chloe on the left corner. Trying to work off the screen. Comes out to the wing now. She'll go into the lane. Dishes it back off to Kurth. Right wing. She'll drive in. Splits two defenders. Puts up the shot. Over. Lays it. No good. Rebounded by Scheibel. Quickly back the other way come the Lady Panthers. Or Lady Knights, rather. Over to Unke. Unke now kicks it back over to number 2. That's Neumeister. Neumeister now back to Unke. She'll try to drive inside. Back to Neumeister. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Tip. And Addison off now with it. She'll get trapped, but gets it over to Chloe. Chloe now bring it up court for the Panthers. Down to Sabelko. Sabelko right wing. Drives inside. Puts up a high shot off the glass. No good. Rebounded by the Knights. Scheibel with the rebound. Back the other way they come. Pass intercepted. Intercepted by Addison off. Addison off. 2-on-1 break. Puts up a shot. Whistle. Foul. Block. And she'll go to the line for 2. Foul will be on Neumeister. Her second. Going to the line for 2. Addison off. Panthers lead 4-0. Thank you to Endless Summer Fitness and Tanning with around-the-clock fitness and tanning access downtown Durand. Also, Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, a division of Ansay and Associates, hometown agents representing you, not individual insurance companies. First free throw is good. Jerry Barron Sons with dog and pet food from Nutrisource and Diamond, located by Annabis Silo, Highway 25 Durand, and Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. Please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, and tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts. As Addison Oss free throws are good to make it 6-0 Panthers. Full court Panther press this time. And over to Unke. Unke now back to Hackbarth. Hackbarth, here comes the trap at center court. Gets it over to Livingston, who's now in. Cross court pass now over to Unke. Unke now does a spin move, hands it back over to Livingston. We get a whistle and a travel. So Panther ball. And Addison ought to inbound it here just to our right. Off to Kurth. Here comes the trap. Full court press by the Lady Knights. Back to Addison Off. Addison Off now to Chloe. Chloe over to McMahon. Lays it up. Over. Lays it. No good. Loose ball, and coming up with it is the Lady Knights. And that is Unke. Quickly back the other way now come the Lady Knights. Hackbarth. Across the timeline now over to Unke. Unke drives in. Whistle. Foul. Count it. Foul will be on McMahon, and her first. Going to the line to complete the three-point play will be Unke. 6-2 Panthers lead. And free throw on the way is off the back of the rim. No good. And Unke gets her own rebound. And it gets it back over to the corner now, over to Hackbarth. Hackbarth drives in, puts up the shot, blocked. Partially blocked by Glaus. And Chloe off now, over to Addison. Addison back to Chloe. Chloe across the timeline for the Panthers, leading 6-2. Chloe at the top of the key now, over to Glaus. Glaus right wing, over to the free throw line now. Back to Addison off, drives in, splits 2 defenders, puts up the shot, up and in. 8-2 Panthers. Full court Panther press now. Over to Zittel. Zittel back to Unke, still not across the timeline to Zittel right in front of us. She'll come across, no, still not across the timeline. Now gets across the timeline over to Unke. Unke now into the corner now to Livingston. Livingston, 3-ball, shot rims up, no good. Unke with the rebound. Kicks it back out to Livingston. Stop, cross-court pass over to Zittel on the right wing. Zittel now puts up a shot partially blocked by Addison Oth, and Glaus comes up with it. Over to Chloe. Chloe off now across the timeline. Panthers lead 8-0. Whistle, double dribble. Luther ball. Hoyt and Sabelko coming back in now. Kurth and Addison Oth coming out. So inbounding it here to our left will be Hackbarth. 8-2, Panthers lead, 12:29 remaining in the first half. Over to Zittel now. Zittel back to Unke. Unke quickly across the timeline now. Back to Zittel at center now. Over to Unke. Unke onto the left wing. And we thought about handing it off to Livingston. Does. Livingston left corner can't take the three. Bounce pass back to Unke. Unke now tries to drive inside over to Livingston. Livingston, she's going to drive in from the left wing. Gets cut off in the middle of the lane. Puts up a tough shot. Rebounded by Hackbarth. Dishes it back out to Unke at the top of the key. Unke now drives inside. Stop in the lane. Shot. No good. Loose ball. Coming up with it is the Lady Knights. And coming up with that rebound was Schmitz. Schmitz now on the right wing. Hands it off to Zittel. Zittel bounce pass inside to Schmitz. Schmitz now is in a bit of trouble. Tries to get it off to Zittel, and she manages to roll and rolls it over to Livingston. Whistle. We have step on the line. Okay, what do we got? We have a stop of play. It's still black ball. Okay, I'm not sure why they stopped it, but all right. Again, inbounding it is Livingston. Livingston now over to Hackbarth. Hackbarth comes back towards the top of the key now, passes it off to Zittel. Zittel inside now to Schmitz. Schmitz puts up a tough shot, no good. Loose ball, still a loose ball. Lady Knights come back up with it again. Three ball on the way, shot no good. This time rebounded by McMahon, but she gets hit and loses the ball up and in. Number 14, Unke with the shot. McMahon looks hurt. And, well, she's going to stay in. Ball gets knocked out of bounds on the inbound. And so Sabelko to inbound it on the far side. Inbounds it to Chloe. Chloe off now. Over to Hoyt. Hoyt across the timeline, McMahon. McMahon to Glaus. Glaus now on the right wing. Back to Sabelko. Sabelko cross-court pass to McMahon. McMahon over to Chloe. Chloe in the left corner. Chloe, cross-court pass over to Hoyt. Hoyt loses control, and it's going to be a loose ball, and coming up with it is the Lady Knights. And again, 8-4 now. Panthers lead. Livingston in the left corner. Thought about the three, decided it better not do that. Hands it off to Schmitz now. Schmitz hand off quickly to Zittel. Zittel back towards center, has Chloe off in her face. Now down to the right wing over to Hackbarth. Hackbarth tries to drive inside, can't do it. Nobody home on the backside. Now someone's going to try to drive in. Can't do it though. No pass off. There's Zittel on the left wing. Zittel now rather kicks it off to Unke. Unke into the corner now over to Livingston. Livingston looking for a cutter. Bounce pass now back to Unke on the wing. And Sabelko with the theft. Sabelko steals it and lays it up and overlays it. No good. Loose ball. And Chloe off of anyone comes up with it. Wow. Puts up a shot, whistle, and a foul. Foul will be on Schmitz. Going to the line for two. Chloe Oth. Thank you to the Chenfit Smith Funeral Home of Mondovi, serving the Mondovi area. And visit chenfit-smithfuneralhome.com to find out more about pre-planning funeral services. First free throw is good. Bauer Built Tire. Let Bauer Built Tire take care of your automotive needs under one roof. Give them a call for an appointment, 672-8300, or visit BauerBuilt.com. And the Cottage, from floral arrangements to gifts for mom. Hey, Valentine's Day just around the corner. It's the Cottage, downtown Durand. First free throw by Oth is good. And next free throw on the way is good. She makes them both to make it 10-4 Panthers. Kurth comes in for Chloe Oth now. 10:02 remaining in the half. Panthers lead 10-4. Over to Neumeister now. And she'll inbound it. Looking, still looking, and gets it inbounded to Hackbarth. Hackbarth now, here comes the trap, and Emma Hoyt with the theft. Emma Hoyt steals it and up and in. Timeout on Alaska Luther. They're like, call the police. Emma Hoyt and Sawyer Sabelko stealing. As Panthers lead 12-4 with 9:53 remaining here in the first half. JKO Auto Body Shop with car restoration and collision repair. It's the JKO Auto Body Shop, Madison Street, Durand. Durand Fresh Market, your hometown grocery store is Durand Fresh Market. Download the app for even more savings. Visit freshmarketwdy.com for more information. Numbers are us, your daily money managers, 3rd Avenue West, Durand. You can find out how a daily money manager can help your family. Call Rhonda at 715-672-8093 or visit her online at numbersareus.com or on Facebook. And Durand Smokehouse for all of your grilling needs. It's Durand Smokehouse, Highway 85 Durand. Don't forget to ask about the beef and pork bundles too from Durand Smokehouse. Again, please thank all of our sponsors. They make our broadcast possible here on WRDN. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, and thank them for supporting our broadcasts. Over to Hackbarth now as we're back underway. Hackbarth across the timeline for the Lady Knights. Hands it off over to Jostad. Jostad now in for the Lady Knights. Dishes it back out to Jostad on the left wing. Back to Hackbarth on the right wing to Jostad at the top of the key. Staying on the right side now over to Zittel. Zittel tries to drive inside, and she has to kick it back out to the wing now. Into the corner to Hackbarth. Hackbarth on the left corner now to the left wing. She'll try to drive inside. Nope, can't do that. Go back to the outside over to Neumeister. Neumeister kicks it back out. 3-ball from the left wing on the way is good by Hackbarth. She was open just enough to make it now 12-7 Panthers. Across the timeline comes Sabelko. Sabelko now over to Oth. Addison Oth in over to Paschal, who is in. Paschal to Kurth. Kurth's pass intercepted. And coming up with the loose ball are the Lady Knights. Back the other way to Neumeister. Neumeister puts up a shot partially blocked. And coming up with that loose ball is Addison Oth to Sabelko. Sabelko across the timeline to Hoyt. Hoyt on the left wing. Squares up. 3-ball on the way. Shot rims up. No good. Rebounded by Schmitz. Schmitz back to Hackbarth. Hackbarth across the timeline now for the Lady Knights. Over to Neumeister on the wing. Back to the top of the key now to Jostad. Jostad kicks it down to the wing to Hackbarth. She's the 3-point threat to Jostad. Now they kick it back over to Neumeister. Neumeister right wing. Bounce pass to the Durand bench. And so we'll go back to the Panthers. 12-7 Panthers lead. 8:20 remaining here in the first half. As Addison off to inbound it to our right to Sabelko. And Sabelko now across the timeline. Sabelko, she's going to try to drive in. Nope, kicks it back out to Kurth. Kurth from the free throw line. Shot put up and in. Right in the lane for Victoria Kurth. 14-7 Panthers. Bounce pass now to Zittel to inbound it. Full court Panther press. Zittel has Sabelko. Now here comes the trap. She's still not across the timeline. Nearly intercepted, but coming up with it is Unke. Onto the wing now, over to Hackbarth. 3-ball on the way! Hackbarth with another 3. 14-10 now, Panthers. And across the timeline comes Addison Oth. Addison Oth to Hoyt. Hoyt now on the right wing. Tries to drive inside. Spin move. Drives inside. Puts up a shot. Up and in. Emma Hoyt. 16-10 Panthers. Inbounded to Hackbarth. Hackbarth now. As Addison Oth in front of her. Gets across the timeline. Into the left wing to Neumeister. Neumeister now tries to drive into the lane. Oh, following down the lane, number 5 is Scheibel. Puts up a shot partially blocked. We have players down. Addison Oth comes up with it. Hoyt has to pick herself back up off the floor. Sabelko to Hoyt. Hoyt now looking for a cutter. Not fakes right, goes left, tries to drive in. Back to over to Paschal. Paschal now cross-court pass to Sabelko. Sabelko head fakes the 3. She'll drive inside, puts up a tough shot, partially blocked. Tip, 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 and I think it's going to be a foul on the Panthers. Foul will be on Addison Oth. And also the ball will go to Onalaska Luther. Sabelko comes out. Chloe Oth comes in. Inbounding it to our left is Neumeister. 6:52 remaining, 16-10 Panthers here in the first half. Inbounded to Hackbarth. She likes to put up the 3. And she gets across the timeline now as Chloe Oth in front of her. Works off the screen, puts up a tough shot off the rim. And Chloe Oth comes up with it over to Addison Oth comes up with it over to Chloe. Chloe across the timeline now for the Panthers. Chloe on the right wing, head fakes, whistle, foul as she tried to split 2 defenders. Foul will be on Onalaska Luther with the reach. Foul will be on number 12, Zittel. All right. Coming back in for the Panthers, Jaden Glaus as Paschal comes out. Chloe ought to inbound it to our left. Chloe looking, still looking. And inside to Hoyt. Hoyt has 2 defenders in front of her. Kicks it back out to the top of the key. Glaus, 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Hoyt fights for it. Loose ball. Hoyt will come up with it in the corner, falling back, and it gets knocked out of bounds. Nice job by Unke to block the pass, but of course then it went out of bounds because White was so far in that corner. It'll go back to the Panthers, but it breaks up the offensive play. So Chloe to inbound it. Chloe looking, still looking, and out to Hoyt. Hoyt now on the right wing, back to Klaus. Klaus cross-court pass is tipped, but Chloe Oth comes up with it. Inside to Hoyt. Hoyt driving inside the lane, up and in. Hoyt came in from the right wing, and Oth found her. 18-10 Panthers. Over to Unke now. Unke back to Neumeister. Full court Panther press. Neumeister quickly across the timeline for the Lady Knights. And whistle, foul. Foul will be on Emma Hoyt. Her first. And so the Lady Knights will inbound it here to our right. 5:52 remaining in the half. 18-10 Panthers. And inbounded now to Neumeister. Neumeister now over to Zittel. Zittel on the left wing. Zittel back to Neumeister. Bounce pass inside to Schmitz. Schmitz back over to Neumeister, driving the lane. Tries to put up a shot, can't do it. Kicks it back out to the wing. Three ball by Livingston. Livingston with the three. 18-13 Panthers. Across the timeline comes off. Oth over to Hoyt now. Hoyt's pass inside, intercepted. And coming up with it is the Lady Knights. Back the other way is Livingston. Livingston tries to put up the shot, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Panthers. It'll stay Luther ball. And inbounded now to Unke. Unke looking for a cutter now. Back over to Livingston. Livingston to Unke. Unke at the free throw line. Bounce pass inside. Knocked down by Addison Oth, but Unke comes up with the loose ball. Has to dish it back out to Zittel. Let's try all that again. Back towards center on the far side. Zittel and now kicks it back out over to Unke, onto the wing to Livingston. Livingston will drive in from the right corner. Baseline. Goes around two defenders. Shot put up. No good. Rebounded by Hoyt. Hoyt had, theft by number 21. Schmitz puts up a shot. No good. Hoyt gets the rebound and then gets fouled. Foul will be on number 14, Unke, her first. 15 foul. 4:44 remaining here in the half. 18-13 Panthers. Thank you to 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telecom, building smart fiber optic communities from the ground up. Find out more, visit wwt.coop, one of our high school sports sponsors. Cross the timeline comes Chloe Oth now. Oth at the top of the key now, over to Sabelko. Sabelko tries to drive inside, has to hand it off to Kurth. Kurth, she'll try to drive into the lane. She gets cut off, whistle, foul. Foul, I think, a reach-in on the Lady Knights. That's going to be on Neumeister, her third. 16 foul, bonus the rest of the way on the next foul for the Panthers with 4:30 remaining in the half. 18-13, Panthers lead. Chloe Oth to inbound it to our left. Oth looking, a bounce pass inside to Allie McMahon, and she lays it up and in. 20-13 Panthers. Inbounded now to Neumeister. Nope, check that. That's Hackbarth. Hackbarth now's pass is tipped by Kurth, but she gets it back. And she'll get across the timeline. As Neumeister, or Hackbarth rather, passes it over to Unke. Unke top of the key now as Sabelko in front of her. Has to hand it off to Zittel. Zittel cross-court pass to Hackbarth. She'll try to drive inside. Bounce pass inside. Intercepted, and we get a whistle and a jump as fighting for it was Sabelko. It's totally blowing up the play. It'll go to the Panthers. So Sabelko, Sabelko isn't going to inbound it. It'll be Addison Oth. Full court press by Luther. Looking over to Chloe Oth, back to Addison Oth. Addison Oth, Sabelko though, as Allie McMahon nearly saved it, and whistling a foul. And it'll stay Panther ball. A nice save by Allie McMahon. And so it'll stay Panther ball. Bonus, by the way, 1-and-1 bonus, and Sabelko to the line for the 1-and-1. Thank you to the Riverside Grill. Visit the Riverside Grill for daily specials like the Friday fish fry, that's Sunday roasted chicken too, and other daily specials from the Riverside Grill, downtown Durand. O'Galley Cheese Factory with homemade pizza and a whole lot more. Visit the O'Galley Cheese Factory, open 7 days a week. Highway 25, Durand, round and round and round she goes, and it's a shot good for Sabelko. Martin Transport. Visit martin.com for the latest job opportunities. It's better in blue at Martin Transport. So first free throw by Sabelko's good. Next free throw on the way. Rims out, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Knights. Across the timeline, Zittel. Zittel now over to Hackbarth on the left wing. She likes to put up that three. Passes it off to Unke, top of the key now. Over to the left wing to Livingston. Or right wing, she drives in, splits two defenders, under, lays it, no good. Over to off, to Hoyt. Hoyt lays it up, over, lays it, no good. Rebounded by the Knights. And back the other way now comes Hackbarth across the timeline. And over to the top of the key. And nope, now over to the right wing. That's Livingston. Tries to drive inside, can't do it. Has to pass it back out to the wing to Schmitz. Over to the corner now to Livingston. Livingston comes out to the wing now, back to the top of the key to Unke. Unke into the has to wait for a handoff, and a pass nearly tipped, but Unke comes back up with it. Three ball on the way, rims out, no good. Rebounded by Chloe Off. Chloe Off to Addison. Addison now over to the right wing now. Looking for a cutter, no one there. Back to McMahon. McMahon now to Off. That's Chloe on the left wing. Chloe Off fakes right, goes left, splits two defenders, puts up a shot, whistle, foul. She'll go to the line for two. Foul going to be on, I think it's going to be on Livingston. Yep, her first. Going to the line for two, Chloe Off. Thank you to Cell Block with the soup and salad bar throughout the week. They also have other daily specials. It's the Cell Block, downtown Durand. First free throw, no good. Durand Improvement Group, many hands make light work. Volunteer to help with community events. You can find out more during the Durand Improvement Group's open house, January 13th, starting at 5 at the Riverside Grill. First free throw, no good by Chloe Oth. Next free throw on the way is good. So Oth makes the second one to make it 22-13 Panthers. 2:41 remaining in the half. Inbounded now to Kolb. Kolb now back to Unke across the timeline now. Over to Hackbarth. Into the corner now. Inside to Unke. Puts up the shot in the lane. Oh, nice shot by Unke. As she lays it in. Over to Oth now. Oth will come up across the timeline. That's Chloe. Over to Sabelko. 22-15 Panthers. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Over to McMahon now. McMahon back to Addison Off. Addison Off. Over to the wing now. Into the lane. Kicks it over to Hoyt. Hoyt. Right wing. Three ball by Emma Hoyts with the three. 25-15 Panthers now. And inbounded now to Kolb. Kolb has to hand it off to Zittel. Zittel still not across the timeline. Here comes the trap, but she'll get around the trap and gets across the timeline. Nearly lost the ball low out of bounds. Coming up with it is Hackbarth. Hackbarth over to the wing, right wing to Kolb. Kolb moves down to the right, looking for a cutter inside. No one home. Has to kick it back out now to Scheibel. Scheibel back at center, comes down to the left wing, hands it off to Zittel. Zittel works off the screen now, drives inside, over to the wing now to Kolb. Kolb on the right wing, comes back towards the top of the key. Cross-court pass now to Zittel. Thought she might have gotten away with a travel. Shot put up on the three ball, no good. Rebounded by Hoyt. Hoyt over to Off. Off to Sabelko. Sabelko gets cut off over to McMahon in the left corner. Back over to Hoyt. Whistle, jump. It'll go to the Lady Knights. McMahon comes out and Kurth comes in. And so inbounding it now will be number 14, and that is Unke. Unke inbounds it now to Zittel. Zittel has Chloe Oth in her face. Chloe Oth with the steal! Chloe Oth with another steal. Theft by Chloe Oth. Timeout. Onalaska Luther. Chloe Oth with thievery to make it 27-15 with 1:03 remaining. Thank you to the Paul Slusher Insurance Agency, your American Family Insurance agent serving the Durand and Chippewa Falls area. This is Paul Slusher and American Family Insurance that fits your needs. Ryan Sports Shop. Ice fishing is here. Visit Ryan Sports Shop for all of your ice fishing needs downtown Durand. Durand Napa farmers. Visit Durand Napa for custom hoses, bulk fluids, filters, tools, and the parts you need to keep the equipment running on the farm. Annabis Silo, your Husqvarna and Toro Lawn and Garden equipment dealers. Highway 25 Durand. And Bauer Plumbing and Service of Durand, offering plumbing and septic services for brand new construction or for home repair. Call Chris Bauer at Bauer Plumbing and Septic at 672-8224. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop. To make it 27-18. Across the timeline now over to Oth now back to Hoyt. Hoyt now over to Chloe Oth. 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Kurth. Kurth now looking for some help. Gets it back over to Hoyt. Hoyt over to Oth. Shot put up no good. Chloe Oth with the rebound. Shot no good. And rebounded by Unke. Unke quickly across the timeline. Over to Unke. She'll keep it herself. Puts up the shot. Whistle. Foul. She'll go to the line for 2. First free throw on the way, no good. Again, we have the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and Security Financial Bank halftime show coming up. And next free throw on the way is no good and rebounded by Oth, or by Kurth rather. And back the other way now. And Sabelko looking for a cutter, can't find anyone. Loose ball, and coming up with it is Onalaska Luther. We're at halftime, 27-18. Panthers lead. And it's time now for the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency and Security Financial Bank halftime show, being brought to you by Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, your division of Ansay and Associates, and Security Financial Bank. It's Durand-Arkansaw girls basketball here on WRDN.
Time for the SFB Security Financial Bank and the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency halftime show. Brought to you by Security Financial Bank. Secure your future at Security Financial Bank, Durand, River Falls, Eau Claire, Ladysmith, Bloomer, and Black River Falls. And by the Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, your independent insurance agent, downtown Durand.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Your Auto Owners agent serving the Durand area is Jerry Thompson Insurance, a division of Ansay and Associates.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer at the Carter Presidential Center in Atlanta. The flag-draped casket of the late President Jimmy Carter has arrived. A ceremony at this hour honoring the 39th president.
Members of the Carter family, they're greeting, of course, the governor, the lieutenant governor, and other dignitaries. There we see his son, Jack Carter, his eldest son. I believe that's his grandson, Jason Carter, there next to him as well, paying their respects. Of course, Jimmy Carter was a state senator from 1963 to 1967. And of course, then the governor of Georgia from 1971 to 1975.
Sources telling ABC News that newly reelected Speaker Mike Johnson told House Republicans that President-elect Trump wants Congress to pass one sweeping bill all full of his priorities through the budget reconciliation process. Musician Bono among those awarded the nation's highest civilian honor, the Medal of Freedom, by President Biden today. This is ABC News.
It's a new year, and you have the chance to focus on you. Take the opportunity to treat yourself to something amazing and come into Macy's this weekend for great deals on wardrobe superstars like 20 to 30% off Karl Lagerfeld, Levi's, Tommy Hilfiger, and more. While you're at it, get back into a healthy routine with new gear from Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. And your New Year's resolutions? Oh, you have plenty of time to figure them out. But these deals are going on now at Macy's. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
Introducing the new Swiffer Power Mop, the all-in-one tool that gives you a mop and bucket clean in half the time. The solution's built right in, so no heavy bucket, and the pad has hundreds of scrubbing strips to get deep into grout. Don't mop harder, mop smarter.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
At Security Financial Bank, we understand what it takes to grow what matters. We know success doesn't happen overnight. It takes honest work, day in and day out. We value trust, leadership, and service. We are SFB. Bankers who believe in your business, your family, your future. Bankers who believe in you. Learn more at sfbank.com. Member FDIC.
Wisconsin Radio Network Sports. Good morning, I'm Tim Fisher. We'll start with college hockey, where both the Wisconsin men's and women's teams tonight will play in Wrigley Field as part of the Frozen Confines series. Men's head coach Mike Hastings says it's different playing outdoors, but you can't get overwhelmed in that atmosphere.
You just manage it. Try not to make it anything other than that's a little bit different. At the end of the day, it's hockey, and the other team's playing on the same sheet we're playing on. The wind's going to be blowing, my guess, on their bench just like it's on our bench. So for us to just focus on going back at what the game is, and the guys, that's their environment. They're pretty good at that.
The Badger women will take on Ohio State in the opener at 4:30, with the men in the nightcap taking on top-ranked Michigan State at 8. On the men's college basketball from the scoreboard last night, 8th-ranked Marquette picked up a hard-fought 79-71 victory over Creighton. The Wisconsin Badgers exploded for a 116-85 victory over the Iowa Hawkeyes. On the college basketball schedule today, Wisconsin and Milwaukee's on the road at Detroit. Wisconsin Green Bay travels to Northern Kentucky. To football, where the Green Bay Packers finish out the regular season playing host to the Chicago Bears tomorrow. The key for head coach Matt LaFleur is having a good performance as they look forward into the playoffs.
Yeah, I think that's important. I think every time you go out on the field, it's about you playing your best, controlling the things that are within your control. Obviously, I think the prep's been on point. I think that's where is the starting point. So I'm excited. Our guys are excited. Most likely going to be the last game of the season in Lambeau. I think every time you walk in our own stadium, and it's a special place, and you can never take that for granted.
The Pack have won 11 straight against the Bears. Kickoff tomorrow from Lambeau Field set for 12 noon. I'm Tim Fisher, Wisconsin Radio Network Sports.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Your hometown auto owner's insurance agents working for you. The Jerry Thompson Insurance Agency, downtown Durand.
At Security Financial Bank, we understand what it takes to grow what matters. We know success doesn't happen overnight. It takes honest work, day in and day out. We value trust, leadership, and service. We are SFB. Bankers who believe in your farm, your family, your future. Bankers who believe in you. Learn more at sfbank.com. Member FDIC.
Allgaier ready to roll at the Rock. I'm Susie Armstrong. The story next on NASCAR Today.
It may be the off-season for sprint car racing, but you can still check out years of Wing Nation's programs to get that sprint car fix. I'm Steve Post from Wing Nation. You can head to our YouTube or Facebook page or any of the audio podcast platforms to check out interviews with the champions, the race winners, the personalities, and the stories that you won't find anywhere else. Champion David Gravel. Hello, David. How are you?
I'm doing great, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Wing Nation, we are your home for sprint car racing.
While the final checkered flag is flown on the 2024 NASCAR season, the season never ends on NASCAR Live Wide Open. This offseason, we will rank MRN's top 10 races of 2024.
He goes below the double yellow line. Checkered flag is out. Harrison Burton gets to the line by half a car length.
Checkered flag is in the air. Cookout Southern 500 win is going to go to Chase Briscoe.
Will your favorite race of the year make the cut? Download new episodes of NASCAR Live Wide Open every Thursday to find out.
2024 NASCAR Xfinity Series champion Justin Allgaier is set to defend the title in a 33-race schedule, sporting a few significant changes, including the absence of New Hampshire and Richmond and a return to Mexico City and Rockingham Speedway. For Allgaier, the Rumble at the Rock harkens back to his roots with a new twist.
I got to race there in the ARCA Series 2008, and it was cool. It was kind of, weird because I'd grown up watching Rockingham and it was a cool moment. But then to go there and test, the advancements they've made in the track and the new paving, it's going to be a little bit weird. Like you don't expect it to be as fast and as gripped up as it is, so it's going to be different.
I'm Susie Armstrong. This is NASCAR Today on the Motor Racing Network.
Turn your smartphone into a radio. Download the free Android app at realcountry1430.com. Brought to you by Prime Realty of Durand.
And welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School. Halftime 27-18. Panthers lead as we get ready for second half action here as well. We'll have that second half here coming up. Again, 27-18. Durand-Arkansaw leading over Luther. It's Durand-Arkansaw girls basketball on WRDN Durand.
The real deals come from Durand Fresh Market, and they can be found online. Download the Fresh Market Rewards app and sign up to have weekly deal alerts sent right to your phone. Find digital coupons and specials and earn reward points every time you shop at Durand Fresh Market. It's easy to use the app. Just add coupons and scan the app at the checkout. It's that easy. Visit the website at shopfreshmarkets.com for the latest weekly ad, extra national coupons, or to make product suggestions. Your hometown grocery store is Durand Fresh Market, downtown Durand, and online at shopfreshmarkets.com.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built on service.
Welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School as we get ready for the second half. Panthers leading again 27-18. Panthers will get the ball to start this second half. Panthers will be going from left to right. Luther right to left. All right, here we go. Hoyt to inbound it on the far side. Inbounded to Chloe Oth. We are underway. Oth across the timeline now for the Panthers. Comes over to the top of the key. Bounce pass over to Kurth. Kurth now. Comes to the top of the key. Back to Addison-Oth. Addison-Oth to Chloe Oth on the right wing. Chloe Oth tries to drive inside. Hop, skip, jump, splits two defenders. Overlays it. Loose ball. Still a loose ball. Jump ball it'll be. And go to the Knights. And so inbounding it to our right will be Neumeister. Neumeister looking, still looking, and gets it into Unke. Unke over to Neumeister on the far side across the timeline for the Lady Knights. And bounce pass now back over to Unke. Unke, she'll drive inside, splits two defenders, gets around Hoyt, up and in. 27-20. Panthers across the timeline to Sabelko. Inside pass to Addison-Oth. Overlays it, puts up another shot. No good. Rebounded by Hoyt. Hoyt will work her way out over to Sabelko now. Whistle, travel. And so inbounding it on the far side once again will be Neumeister. Neumeister inbounds it to Hackbarth. Here comes the trap. Hackbarth gets it across the timeline to Neumeister. Into the corner now is Unke, right or in the right corner to the right wing to Neumeister. Back to center to Scheibel. She'll come down to the right wing or left wing, hands it back off. Round the horn we go now. Hand off to Neumeister on the right wing. 15-footer shot. Good. 4-0 run to start the half. 27-22. Panthers lead. And across the timeline comes Oth. That's Chloe Oth over to Addison-Oth. Addison-Oth tries to drive inside. Now over to Kurth. Kurth tries to drive in from the right wing. Top of the keys is Sabelko. Thought about the three, decides against it. Back over to Kurth. Kurth working off the screen. Whistle foul. Foul will be on number 14. It's going to be on Unke, her third. It'll stay Panther ball. And Chloe Oth to inbound it to our right. 27-22, Panthers lead. Oth looking, still looking. Better hurry. And it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Neumeister. Quickly back the other way. Intercepted by Addison-Oth. She'll go back the other way.
Gets cut off over to Chloe. Chloe head fakes the three. Back over to Addison-Off. Addison-Off overlays it. No good. Puts up another shot. Tipped there, partially blocked out of bounds. So Chloe to inbound it to our right. Inbounded to Addison-Off. And it was tipped. And so Addison-Off is allowed to come back across the timeline over to Hoyt now. Hoyt inside to Sabelko. Sabelko puts up a tough shot. Counted in the foul. Foul will be on number 12, Zittel. And so going to the line to complete the three-point play is Sawyer Sabelko. Panthers back up 29-22 now. And free throw on the way is good. Three-point play by Sabelko. So full court Panther press now. Neumeister to inbound it. Nearly intercepted, but coming up with it is Zittel. Zittel across the timeline quickly here on the near side. Loses the ball. It'll be knocked out of bounds, I think, by Chloe Oth, and it'll stay Luther ball. They'll inbound it in the corner to our left. And inbounded out to Scheibel. Scheibel top of the key now, gets it over to Unke. Unke now inside pass to Neumeister into the lane, puts up the shot, counted in the foul. Foul will be on number 12. That's going to be on Kurth. Going to the line to complete the three-point play now will be Neumeister. Thank you to the Goodrich Funeral Home, serving the Durand area for 5 generations. Visit GoodrichFH.com for more information on pre-planning funeral services. Free throw is good. 30-25 Panthers. Over to Addison-Off to Chloe Oth. Here comes the trap. Over to Kurth now. Kurth quickly across the timeline. Bounce pass inside to Hoyt. Hoyt, though, can't take the shot. Loses the ball. Stolen. Knocked out of her hands. And the Knights come back up with it. Quickly back the other way. Pass intercepted. Intercepted by Kurth. Kurth across the timeline. Comes down to the right wing. Lets everybody catch up now to Addison-Off. They'll set up an offense. Addison-Off drives inside. Splits 2 defenders. Underlays it. No good. And it'll be saved. No! I think if they'd have just let it go out of bounds, it would have been Luther ball. But instead it goes back to the Panthers. Hoyt comes out and McMahon comes in. Inbounding it now will be Chloe Oth. Oth looking, still looking, and pass nearly intercepted. And whistle. Timeout, Durand-Arkansaw. They'll stay Panther ball with 15:05 remaining, and Panthers leading 30-25. Thank you to Alcivia Co-op, your Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster distributor. Security Financial Bank, where electronic banking is easy. 212 West Prospect Street, Durand. Advent Health Durand. It's time to feel whole with Advent Health. Visit their website at adventhealth.com. Sundstrom & Company, your local tax experts. It's tax time. Call Sundstrom for an appointment, 672-4425. Today. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business, and tell them to thank you for supporting our broadcasts here on WRDN. Without their help, we wouldn't be here at Durand-Arkansaw High School. So please thank all of our sponsors. All right, we're ready to go after the timeout. Panther ball. Kurth the inbounder right in front of us. Kurth looking, inbounds it to Sabelko. Sabelko here on the wing. Nearly lost it, but regains control. Bounce pass over to McMahon. McMahon now over to Addison-Off. Addison-Off over to Kurth. Kurth now over to Sabelko. And Sabelko, she's going to drive in. Stop, shot, and does not get the shooter's roll. Rebounded by Schmitz. Schmitz back to Hackbarth. Hackbarth now. Panthers still up by 5. 14:35 left in the game. And a handoff now over to Zittel. Zittel back to Unke. Unke now inside pass to Zittel. Zittel has to kick it back out to the wing. 3 ball on the way is good by Neumeister. Makes it 30-28 Panthers. Over to Sabelko. Sabelko to McMahon. McMahon. Bounce pass inside, whistle, foul. Foul will be on Neumeister. That's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, her 4th. And inbounding it now will be Off. Panthers up by 2. Luther has changed their defense. Very, very aggressive here on the man-to-man. And we were warned about that at the pregame. Over to Addison-Off. Addison-Off now to McMahon. McMahon Tries to go around. Split two defenders. Puts up a tough shot. Shot no good. Rebounded by Schmitz. Schmitz across the timeline to Hackbarn. Panthers still have a 2-point lead, but it's really been all on Alaska Luther this second half. Around the horn we go now. Over to Livingston. Livingston on the left wing. Top of the key now to Hackbarth. Hackbarth over to Schmitz. Schmitz on the left wing. Tries to drive inside. Hands it back off now to Livingston. Puts up the hook shot. No good. And whistle. Jump. Panther ball as Addison off fighting for it. Glaus and Hoyt come in. Sabelko and Kurth come out. All right, here we go. 13:34 left, 30-28, Panthers. As now we have a chat. All right, I guess we're good to go. And Addison off now to inbound it. Inbounds it to Hoyt. Hoyt now back to Addison off. Addison off over to Hoyt. Hoyt now to Chloe. Chloe down over to Glaus. Glaus back to Chloe off. Inside to Hoyt. Hoyt stop. Stolen. Wow. Tried to put up a shot. Stolen by Schmitz. And back the other way now to Hackbarth. Hackbarth over to Schmitz now. Schmitz kicks it back out to the wing now. From the corner, 3-ball on the way. Shot's good by Zittel, and Luther leads for the first time today by 1. And the inbound pass, loose ball, and it'll be a foul on Durand-Arkansaw. And it'll be on Addison off. So we'll go back to Alaska Luther. Timeout. Panthers with Luther leading 31-30. 12:57 remaining here in the ball game. And thank you to Charles LP Gas and Appliance, offering a full line of Whirlpool appliances along with installation and service of all appliances as well at Charles LP Gas and Appliance, downtown Durand. Prime Realty of Durand. Visit their website at primerealitymidwest.com. Prime Realty, they are the area's #1 home seller. Adams Super Service, downtown Durand, your Partners Network Car Care Center. NTech, your premier communications and entertainment provider, Durand, and the Summer Fitness and Tanning with around-the-clock fitness and tanning access downtown Durand, and Jerry Thompson Insurance, a division of Ansay and Associates, hometown agents representing you, not individual insurance companies. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts here on WRDN. Without their help, we wouldn't be here at Durand-Arkansaw High School today. Also, thank you to our streaming video service sponsor, the Wisconsin Soybean Marketing Board. Those of you watching our broadcast, please thank them and Wisconsin Soybean Growers for supporting our video stream. All right, here we go. Zittel to inbound it. Zittel inbounds it now to Unke. Unke back to, or Unke will dish it back off. Shot put up, whistle foul. Going to the line will be Livingston. Foul will be on Addison off. That's her third. It's going to the line for 2 is Livingston. And first free throw on the way, no good. Thank you to Jerry Bear & Sons with custom-made feed for livestock from Hubbard Feeds, located by Annabis Silo, Highway 25 Durand, and Riverland Energy, your Touchstone Energy partner. Livingston's next free throw on the way is good. 2-point lead for Luther. And over to Addison off now, not across the timeline. Here comes the trap. And off will get not across the timeline. And back over to Hoyt. Hoyt to off. And now a long cross-court pass over to Glaus. Glaus, whistle, foul. And foul will be on Alaska Luther on Schmitz with the push. And so going to the line for 2 is Glaus. They say it was in the process of shooting. First free throw on the way is good. And thank you to the Chenfit Smith Funeral Home for serving the Mondovi area. Visit Chenfit-Smith Funeral Home for information about pre-planning funeral services. Free throw on the way is no good. And rebounded by Kurth. Kurth in the lane, though. Tries to put up a tough shot and gets the shooter's roll. Oh, boy. And Kurth with the rebound makes it a 1-point Panther lead. Inbounded now to Hackbarth. Here comes the Panther trap. Hunke gets across the timeline now, though. Livingston drives in from the right wing, puts up a circus shot, no good. Rebounded by the Knights. That's Hackbarth. Hackbarth down to the top of the key to Hunke. Hunke now comes down to the right wing. Hunke inside to Livingston, driving the left baseline. Shot no good, rebounded by Hoyt. Hoyt to Oth. That's Chloe Oth. Chloe Oth, here comes the trap, trying to work around it, gets around it now. Over to Klaus. Klaus in the right corner. Back out to Chloe on the wing. Cross-court pass to Kurth. Kurth now to Addisanoff. Addisanoff on the left wing. Addisanoff now over to Chloe. Chloe on the right wing. Tries to drive inside, can't do it. Kurth now, she'll drive inside, puts up a tough shot. Whistle, foul. She'll go to the line for 2. So Kurth to the line. And foul is on Livingston. Her second. First free throw, no good. Thank you to Bauer Built Tire. Let Bauer Built take care of all of your automotive needs under one roof. Give them a call for an appointment, 672-8300. Or visit them at BauerBuilt.com. The Cottage, from floral arrangements to gifts for mom. Don't forget, Valentine's Day just around the corner. It's the Cottage, downtown Durand. Kurth now with her second free throw. Panthers up by 1. 11:39 remaining. Free throw on the way is good. She makes it to give the Panthers a 2-point lead. Full court Panther press now. And inbounded now to Hackbarth. Hackbarth now across the timeline. And she'll keep it herself. Drives into the lane. Kicks it over to the left corner. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. And Livingston tries to go for the loose ball. Coming up with it, Noah Zittel. And the pass is going to be tipped out of bounds by Oth. It'll stay Knight ball. As Zittel now to inbound it to our left. Zittel looking, still looking. 5 seconds. Panther ball. And so inbounding it now will be Addisanoff to Chloe Oth. And the Knights now backing off on their very aggressive full court defense. Over to Sabelko now. Sabelko down to the wing. Back over to Addison. Addison to Kurth. Kurth drives inside. Keeps it herself. Puts it up and in. Oh! Victoria Kurth comes from the center and just drives the lane up and in. Wow! And inbounded now to Hackbarth. And Hackbarth now. Still not across the timeline. Here comes the trap. Gets it across the timeline over to Schmitz. Panthers up by 4 once again. Inside that pass to Scheibel. And a whistle and a foul. And Coach Lowenhagen is not happy with that call. Foul will be on Hoyt. And going to the line for 2 is Scheibel. And thank you to the JKO Auto Body Shop with car restoration and collision repair. It's the JKO Auto Body Shop, Madison Street, Durand. First free throw, no good. Durand Fresh Market. Hometown grocery store is Durand Fresh Market. Download the app for even more savings. Visit Fresh Market WI for more information. Then please thank all of our sponsors as they make our broadcast possible here on WRDN. Scheibel's next free throw on the way. Rims out, no good. Loose ball, tip. And coming up with it is Kurth. Kurth now gets across the timeline here on the near side, keeps it herself, drives inside, and gets the shooter's roll. Whoa, Victoria Kurth just lighting it up at the moment. And makes it 38-32 Panthers. And here comes the trap. And Kurth, they get around Kurth to Unke. Unke bomb back the other way now to Zittel. Zittel back to the top of the key. Zittel now looking for a cutter, no one there. Hands it off down to Livingston. Livingston, she'll drive inside, puts up a tough shot, whistling a foul on Sabelko. That'll be her first. And thank you to Numbers R Us, your daily money managers, 3rd Avenue West Durand. And give Rhonda a call at 715-672-8093. Find out how a daily money manager can help protect your family. You can also visit Rhonda online at numbersareus.com or on Facebook. And Durand Smokehouse. For all of your grilling needs, it's Durand Smokehouse, Highway 85 Durand. Visit Durand Smokehouse now. And don't forget to ask about the beef and pork bundles as well. Livingston makes them both to make it 38-34 Panthers. So inbounding it now will be Addison Auth. And Auth to inbound it to Sabelko. Sabelko's in trouble. Throws it out there, and it's going to be, goes back to the Knights. And so inbounding it now will be Neumeister. Neumeister looking, and bounce pass inside, or outside rather, to Zittel. She'll come back across the timeline. 38-34 Panthers. Over to Unke now. Now down to the left wing to Neumeister. Neumeister top of the key now. Cross-court pass. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Neumeister in the lane. Kurt, though, fighting for it. Whistle jump. It'll stay Knight ball. And so inbounding it is Zittel. And they get it out to Neumeister now. Neumeister. Pass is nearly intercepted by, it is intercepted by Chloe Auth. Now it's a loose ball, and it's a race for it. Luther comes up with it, and they'll try again. Neumeister now, back the other way. And across the timeline. Over to Unke. Unke now on the wing. Fakes the handoff now, gets it over to Hackbarth, and she'll kick it back out to the wing. 3-ball on the way, shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Addison Auth. Here comes the trap, over to Sabelko. Sabelko to Auth. Auth now on the far side across the timeline. Over to Kurt. Kurt, left wing, tries to drive into the lane. Nice pass inside to Hoyt. Hoyt's shot blocked. Blocked by Scheibel from behind. And back the other way now comes Neumeister. And into the corner now to Hackbarth. Hackbarth looking for a cutter or try to take the three. Can't do it. Kicks it back out to the top of the key. Head fakes the three is Unke, then drives inside. Puts up a shot, gets her own rebound. Puts up the shot, good. And inbounded to Chloe now. Here comes the trap. Over to Hoyt. Hoyt to Sabelko. Sabelko quickly across the timeline. Back over to Hoyt now on the right wing to Chloe. Chloe Auth now. 38-36 Panthers. Chloe Auth drives inside, bounce pass to Hoyt. Hoyt puts up the shot off the glass, good. 8:19 remaining, 40-36 Panthers. Inbounded now to Hackbarth. Hackbarth across the timeline for Luther. Back the other way, dishes it inside, shot put up, no good. Shot put up, no, it's good that time. On the rebound by Scheibel on the putback. And over to Sabelko. Sabelko gets it over to Kurth. Kurth across the timeline now, over to Addison. Addison to Chloe. Chloe, right wing, 3-ball shot, no good. And it'll go out of bounds. We have Glaus and McMahon coming in now for the Panthers. Panthers up by 2, 40-38, 7:51 remaining in the game. Luther to inbound it now. And they get it inbounded now to Schmitz. Schmitz back to Hackbarth. Hackbarth across the timeline. Hackbarth now back at center, hands it off to Schmitz. Schmitz now over to Neumeister. Neumeister inside pass to Schmitz, can't hang on to it. Out of bounds, Panther ball. Inbounded now to Chloe Auth. Auth across the timeline now for the Panthers. Fakes right, goes left, comes to the top of the key, pulls up the dribble. She's in trouble now. And hands it off to Addison Auth. Addison Auth now. On the right wing, over to McMahon. Whistled foul. Foul will be on number 12 for Luther. That's going to be on Zittel, her third. And 16 foul. Bonus rest of the way here on the next foul. As Kurth comes in, Hoyt goes out. And Addison Auth to inbound it right in front of us. Auth looking over to Kurth now. Kurth comes back towards center. Over to McMahon on the left wing. McMahon now to Off to Klaus. Klaus inside to McMahon. Back out to Kurth. Kurth's going to try and drive left baseline. Back out to McMahon. McMahon left wing. 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Kurth. Kurth overlays it. No good. Oh, wow. And rebounded by Schmitz. Just rimmed out on her. And across the timeline now comes Hackbarth. Hackbarth now over to Zittel. Zittel on the right wing. Back over to Josted, who's in. Stay on the outside now into the corner. Into the left corner is Hackbarth. She's going to drive left baseline. Gets cut off. Whistle. And a foul. Foul will be on Durand-Arkansaw. Foul will be on Glaus. And bonus the rest of the way for the Knights on the next Panther foul. Sabelko comes back in. Glaus goes out. Hoyt coming back in. And McMahon goes out. So inbounding it now is Zittel. Zittel looking, and inbounds it now to Unke. Unke kicks it back out into the lane. Now that it's back out to the wing, that's Livingston. She'll drive in from the right wing, whistle and a foul. She'll go to the line for 2. Foul be on Hoyt. Ooh, that's not a good one there. That's her 3rd. Going to the line for 2 is Livingston. And thank you to Riverside Grill. Visit Riverside Grill for daily specials. Don't forget about the Friday Fish Fry 2. Sunday chicken at Riverside Grill, downtown Durand. 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telecom. Building fiber optic communities from the ground up. Visit WWT.coop. First free throw is good. O'Galley Cheese Factory with the cheese and meat trays for any type of get-together. Open 7 days a week. O'Galley Cheese Factory, Highway 25 Durand. And Martin Transport. Visit martin.com for the latest job opportunities. It's better in blue at Martin Transport. Next free throw by Livingston on the way. We are tied. Tied at 40. 6:20 remaining. And Sabelko across the timeline now. Sabelko over to Kurth. Kurth on the right wing. Kurth looking for a cutter, no one there. Kurth now over to Chloe Oth. Chloe Oth on the far side to McMahon. McMahon now over to Addison. Addison right wing. Addison now over to Sabelko. Head fakes the 3, can't do it. And now here comes the trap. Back over to Kurth now. Kurth to Chloe Oth on the left wing. She's going to drive in from the wing. Nope, gets cut off, in trouble. Now over to Sabelko. Sabelko has the ball knocked out of her hands, and the Knights come up with it. Quickly back the other way now. Livingston over to Neumeister. Neumeister back to Unke. Unke on the right wing. Hands it off to Livingston. Livingston thought about the 3, said better not do that. Over to Neumeister now. Neumeister hands it off to Zittel. Zittel over to Neumeister. 3 ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Addison Oth. Over to Sabelko. Sabelko has the ball knocked out from behind. Livingston, though, with the foul on the reach-in. And so going to the line for the 1-and-1 now is Sabelko. So huge, so some first free throw is always the big one. We're tied at 40, 5:15 remaining. First free throw on the way by Sabelko is good. And get a cell block with the Fish Fry Friday. They also have the soup and salad bar as well throughout the day. That's the cell block downtown Durand. And next free throw on the way. She makes them both. Panthers up by 2. Full court Panther press now as Neumeister inbounds it to Hackbarth. Hackbarth now comes across the timeline for the Lady Knights. Panthers up by 2, 42-40. 5 minutes remaining in the game. Over to Unke. She'll drive inside, puts up a shot, lays it, no good. Rebounded by Sabelko. Sabelko now gets across the timeline. Over to Oth. Chloe to Kurth. Kurth in the lane, looking for some help. And whistle. Jump. It'll stay Panther ball. So it'll stay Panther ball. Chloe out to inbound it to our right. Chloe looking, still looking. Better hurry. And over 5. Nope, timeout. Timeout before the 5 seconds. Durand-Arkansaw with 4:50 remaining. And thank you to Durand Improvement Group. Many hands make light work. Volunteer to help with community events. You can find out more and meet the board of directors and business owners and other folks in the community with the Durand Improvement Group's open house, January 13th, 5 o'clock at Riverside Grill. The Paul Slusher Insurance Agency, your American Family Insurance agent serving Durand and Chippewa Falls. American Family Insurance that fits your needs. Ryan's Sports Shop for all of your ice fishing needs. Yep, ice fishing's here. We've had the cold weather to make that ice. It's Ryan's Sports Shop for all of your ice fishing needs. Also, Riverside Plaza now open for all of your car care needs. Riverside Plaza located at Durand, Napa, Madison Street, Durand. Annabis Silo, your Husqvarna and Toro Lawn and Garden Equipment dealer, Highway 25 Durand. And Bowers Plumbing and Septic Service, offering plumbing and septic services for new construction or repairs. Give Chris a call at 672-8224 for Bauer Plumbing and Septic Service. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts here on WRGN. Without their help, we wouldn't be here today. So please thank our sponsors. Inbounded to Addison Oth now. Over to Kurth. Kurth, top of the key. Kurth now over to Chloe Oth. Right wing. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Loose ball. Still a loose ball. And somehow it gets knocked over to Sabelko. Sabelko to Oth on the left wing. And she's going to drive in. Oh, ball kicked. Well, that's going for the bounce pass from Chloe to Addison Oth, but it gets kicked out into the hallway. I've always said you can't stop it. That's effective tactic. Kick it, yeah, you'd stop everything, but guess what? It breaks up the offensive play, so we'll start all over again as Chloe Oth to inbound it on our right. 4:33 remaining, Panthers up by 2. Oth's pass is going to be knocked down, and coming up with it is Hackbarth. And so it's left on the inbound. Back the other way come the Knights. And that is Unke. Unke on the left wing now. Hands it off to Hackbarth. I think they're trying to set up a 3. Back out towards the center over to Scheibel. She'll come down to the right wing. Over to Zittel. Zittel now. Hands it off to Hackbarth. Hackbarth now at the top of the key. Bounce pass inside, knocked away. And who comes up with it? Knocked away by Addison Oth. And she got it to Kurth. Kurth got it to Chloe Oth. And back the other way we go. Over to Addison Oth on the left wing. Over to McMahon. She'll stop. 3-ball. Shot's good by Ellie McMahon. A huge 3 to make it 45-40. Over to Hackbarth now. And Hackbarth now back across the timeline. Timeout on Alaska Luther. With 3:37 remaining, 45-40, Panthers lead. Thank you to the Goodrich Funeral Home, your authorized location for monuments from Lifetime Memorials. Call Goodrich Funeral Home of Durand for more information. Alcivia Co-op, your certified Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster distributor is Alcivia Co-op. SFB, Security Financial Bank. Secure your future with your community bank. Security Financial Bank, West Prospect Street, Durand. And Advent Health of Durand. Healthcare close to home. Visit adventhealth.com for more information. Please thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call, drop them an email, visit their business. Tell them thank you for supporting our broadcasts here on WRGN. Not to help us in support of these businesses and organizations, it's pretty simple. We wouldn't have coverage of today's game. So please thank our sponsors. They are the ones that make everything happen. I tell folks, without all of our supporting businesses, the only thing you'd hear on the radio is shh. And frankly, that's really boring. So please thank all of our sponsors for supporting our broadcasts. All right, timeout is done. And it's Luther ball. And they'll inbound it on the far side. That's Neumeister. Panthers up by 5. Neumeister looking, still looking. Inbounds it to Scheibel. Scheibel back to Neumeister. We're across the timeline and underway. As Neumeister now will come over to the top of the key, now to the left wing. She's going to try to drive inside. Gets cut off, but he'll put up a shot anyway. Over, lays it, no good. Rebounded by Addison Oth to Chloe Oth. Chloe Oth now across the timeline. Over to Kurth. Kurth on the right wing. Kurth now nearly lost. Oh, reach in foul on number 12. That's going to be on Zittel. That'll be her 4th. Going to the line for the 1-and-1 is Kurth. Both teams in the bonus, by the way. So we're going to have free throws rest of the way on fouls. 1-and-1 for Kurth. Has to make the first one. It's the important one. Free throw on the way is good. Gets the shooter's roll. Victoria's had 10 points tonight. And next free throw on the way, no good. Tip, and Addison Oth comes up with it. Oh, wow, back over to Sabelko, back at center to Chloe now. Chloe hands it off to Kurth. Panthers up by 6. Kurth now over to Addison Oth. Addison on the right wing. She's going to try and drive right baseline. Nope, over to Kurth now. Kurth on the left wing. Kurth cross-court pass over to Sabelko on the right wing. To Chloe, Chloe down to Kurth. Kurth over to Sabelko. Are we playing keep away here? It sure seems like it. Over to Chloe. Chloe now over to Kurth. Down to 2:35. Kurth now. She's going to drive inside. Kicks it back out to Hoyt. Hoyt, left wing, 3-ball shot, no good. Rebounded by number 14. That was Umke. Quickly back the other way now is Neumeister across the timeline. Dishes it inside. They kick it back out. 3-ball on the way. And shot no good. And Sabelko's in a little bit of... It's like she got it poked in the eye. Sabelko now gets it from Oth. Oth back over to, or Sabelko back to Oth now. Oth top of the key to Sabelko. Down to 2 minutes. Sabelko now. Back over to Chloe Oth back at center. Chloe now to Sabelko. Sabelko over to Addison Oth now. Addison over to Chloe. Chloe back to Addison. We're playing keep away here. Now to Hoyt. Down to 1:40. Cross-court pass over to Sabelko. Sabelko to Addison Oth in the right corner. Driving the lane of Hoyt. Overlays it. No good. Over to Neumeister. Bomb back the other way. And a shot put up and overlays it. No good. Rebounded by Kurth. Loose ball. And Chloe Oth comes up with it. Timeout. Durand-Arkansaw. It'll stay their ball. Oh boy, with 1:20 remaining. Coming up, our Bowerville Panther postgame show. Hope to talk with Coach Lowenhagen, and hopefully we'll have some scores from afternoon games on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard. And we'll preview our next broadcast. All coming up during our Bowerville Panther postgame show. All right. So the Panthers lead by 6, 46-40. 1:20 remaining. Both teams in the bonus. Panthers have the ball. Looking at potential foul trouble would be Neumeister with 4 and Zittel with 4. For the Panthers, Addison Oth and Emma Hoyt both have 3 at the moment. Check that. Hoyt has 4. Yep, Hoyt has 4. So Hoyt has 4 fouls. All right. Okay, so it's Panther ball. You know that the full court press is coming from Luther. Down by 6. Addison Oth to inbound it. Inbounds it to Hoyt. Hoyt on the far side to Sabelko. They get across the timeline. On the far side, bounce pass over to Hoyt. Here comes the trap. Whistle, foul. Going to the line for the 1-and-1 is Hoyt. Foul will be on number 4, Hackbarth. Well, sure, that's her first. All right, so for the 1-and-1 is Hoyt. 9th foul, by the way. All right, so Hoyt, first one's the most important one. Free throw on the way is good. She makes it. Now we get another shot at it. Makes it a 7-point Panther lead. 1:10 remaining in the game. And free throw on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. And it'll stay a 7-point lead. Onalaska Luther quickly back the other way now. That is Neumeister. Neumeister keeping it herself. And hands it off now to Zittel. Zittel back out to the wing. 3-ball on the way. Shot no good. Rebounded by Addison Oth. Whistling a foul. And we're going for free throws, and it'll be double bonus now. Foul will be on Zittel. I think that's number 5. Yep. So she'll foul out with 3 on the night. or 3 on the day rather. And so going to the line for 2 is Addison Off. Double bonus the rest of the way. Again, coming up, our Bauer Bill Panther post-game show. And first free throw on the way is no good. .54 seconds remaining. Panthers still up by 7. Luther has 2 timeouts remaining too, by the way, and it's good. Making an 8-point lead. Timeout on Alaska Luther. So Onalaska Luther will take a timeout with 54 seconds remaining. Thank you to Sundstrom & Company, your local tax experts. It's tax time. Give Sundstrom a call at 672-4425 and schedule that appointment. Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance, offering a full line of Whirlpool appliances along with installation and service. They also do service for other appliances too. That's Shaw's LP Gas and Appliance, downtown Durand. Prime Realty of Durand. Visit their website at primerealitymidwest.com. Prime Realty, they are the area's #1 home seller. And Adams Super Service, your Partners Network Car Care Center, downtown Durand. Please thank all of our sponsors. Visit them online. Send them an email. Give them a call. Visit their business and tell them thank you for supporting our broadcast, as they're the ones that make our broadcasts possible. Okay. As we get ready for both teams down to 1 timeout. 1 full timeout. Panthers have the double bonus the rest of the way and lead by 8. And inbounding it right now will be Unke. Panthers going to stay in that full court press. And inbound it to Neumeister. Neumeister now nearly lost the ball, but regains control. Back over to Unke. Unke bounce pass inside to Scheibel. Scheibel puts up a shot, up and in. Whistle timeout. So it's 48-42 now with 41 seconds remaining. Join us for the latest farm news and markets throughout the day. All kicks off with the WRDN Morning Farm Report, Monday through Friday from 5 to 7 a.m. Along with all of our farm news, farm markets, and more. We have some great classic country music, too, during the Morning Farm Report, 5 to 7 a.m. here on WRDN. Hourly market updates during the 9, 10, and 11 o'clock hour. During our noon hour, we'll have a midday market update. Farm news and more. And then from 1 until 4, it's our agriculture afternoons. 1 till 3, we kick it off with the latest news and issues affecting rural America and the farm markets with Agri-Talk with Chip Fleury from 1 till 3. Jesse Allen is in with America on Agriculture, AOA, from 3 until 4. We wrap things up with Susan Littlefield with the final bell at about 4:25. She wraps things up with the latest market analysts from around the country to give the news of the day affecting the markets. You're home for farm news and markets throughout the entire day. WRDN, Durand, and online at realcountry1430.com. All right, we're ready to go as Chloe ought to inbound it. Final timeout, by the way, for Onalaska Luther. Off now looking, still looking. Over to Sabelko. Sabelko, here comes the trap. She's in trouble. Timeout, Durand-Arkansaw. So, full timeout. That's their final timeout. All right. Well, you knew this was coming. I'm surprised. I know for a bit Luther kind of pulled away from that full court pressure defense. They brought it back now as the Panthers, though, still up by 6, but 37 seconds remaining. Neither team has a timeout remaining. But you're going to have to find a way to break this press, at least to get across the timeline to force the foul. All right. So Luther says we're ready. Here we go. So you got 5 seconds. There's no way to call timeout now. You can't get it inbounded right away, so you better do it. Kurth inbounds it to Addison Oth. Here comes the trap. Addison Oth. Whistle, foul, a block on, and a foul on Luther. Going to the line for two will be Addison Oth. And that foul was on Neumeister, so she fouls out with 8. 33 seconds remaining. Panthers still up by 6. Remember, Luther likes to put up the 3 too. They've done it before. So free throw on the way. Off the back of the rim, no good. And next free throw on the way by Addison Oth is good. She makes it to make it a 7-point Panther lead. That could be a huge point, 49-42. Quickly to Hackbarth. Hackbarth across the timeline. Inbound to Josted. Josted now in the lane. Intercepted by Hoyt. Whistle, foul. Foul will be on number 5, Scheibel, and go to the line for 2 will be Hoyt. That'll be her first, and so to the line for 2 is Emma Hoyt. Free throw on the way is good. Makes it an 8-point Panther lead. So Hoyt now. Second free throw on the way. Rims out, no good. And rebounded by Luther. Quickly back the other way come the Knights. Top of the key now is Hackbarth. She'll drive in, puts up the shot off the glass, up and in. Clock continuing to run, 9 seconds remaining. And off across the timeline over to Kurtz. She can pretty much just hang on to it. Nope, gets it over to Hoyt. Will run out the clock. And at the buzzer, I don't even think they're going to care about it. Panthers win it 50-44. Durand-Arkansaw wins today over Onalaska Luther. We have our Bauer Bill Panther postgame show coming up, being brought to you by Bauer Bill Tire and Service, Durand and Muldrive Eau Claire. It's Durand-Arkansaw girls basketball on WRDN.
Thank you for listening to tonight's Durand Panther Sports broadcast on WRDN. Time now for the Bauer Built Panther post-game show, brought to you by Bauer Built Tire and Service, with locations in Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built on service.
Welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School, or tonight and this afternoon. Durand-Arkansaw wins it 50-44, and joining us, Durand-Arkansaw head coach Aaron Lowenhagen here on the Bauer Bill Panther postgame show. Coach, wow, impressive win. Being able to, that defense by Luther was, when you say physical, holy smokes.
Yeah, they're coached really well. They play super hard, and we see it year after year after year playing them. I really enjoy playing him. I think he does a fantastic job with them, and they're just really get after you. And I know that was the one thing, my worry coming into this game was making sure we matched their energy, because I knew they were going to bring it. And with back-to-back games like that, it's sometimes hard. I think we had just a bit of a lull in the second half, but I was really happy with the last 10 minutes of the second half, really being tough with the ball, executing. I thought Victoria did a really nice job getting us some easy looks when we weren't really getting anything easy at that point.
You know, you mentioned that. So we start off the second half, 8-point lead. Suddenly we're down by 1. And it just seemed like Victoria kind of took the game into her hands, and she made some really nice shots to kind of turn the tide.
Yeah, and with that pressure, when they come out at you so hard, she just kind of turned the corner a little bit with the dribble and kind of navigated through, and she made some tough layups too. A couple of them kind of hung on the rim, and you're just hoping they go in. But really nice job for her. Good energy that she brought and helped us get through that game.
I know that tell you what, you were really crashing the glass. I mean, Chloe, there were a couple of times. I don't know. This always happens with Durand girls. It seems like it's the shortest girl out there crashing the glass, getting the rebound. What is it? Is it in the water, the coaching, what?
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with the coaching. I know that much. But yeah, no, I think she did a nice job rebounding it. I think we did a nice job, other than the first 2 minutes of the game, doing a really nice job of rebounding. We were really strong with it at the end. Went up with it, 2 hands, grab it, make sure we get to the free throw line.
But again, a huge win and against a very good team. Coming off a limited rest, even also Emma Hoyt getting in there late in the game. She kind of came on, it seemed like, to beat that pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I think you need kind of everybody in that situation. We're just kind of looking for a little grit, a little toughness in those situations. Everybody's tired. Everybody's played a lot of minutes in that second half. Everybody's played a lot of minutes in the last 2 days. And just finding somebody to be tough with the basketball. Sometimes it's really not the X's and O's. It's just the players being tough, and I think we did a nice job of that in the second half.
They were making some threes early on. Another key three was from Allie McMahon. You saw she hesitated but decided to take the shot, where you were just like, don't hesitate, but just take it?
Well, I'm glad she hesitated because it went in. So, she's got the green light, obviously wide open. She's a good shooter. She's hit some other big shots for us this year already in games. And so she knows that when she catches it like that, she needs to knock it down.
Well, again, big win this afternoon. Much needed break here for a few days. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
That is Durand-Arkansaw head coach Darren Lowenhagen, where again tonight, or this afternoon rather, the Panthers win it by a score of 50-44. And coming up, we'll run down scoring, see if we can't get some scores as well on our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard from some of our afternoon games, and preview our next broadcast as well here on the Bowerville Panther postgame show, being brought to you by Bowerville Tire and Service, Durand and Mall Drive, Eau Claire. It's Durand-Arkansaw girls basketball on WRDN.
When your reputation is on the line, go to the Midwest leader, Bauer Built Tire and Service, for all your tire and service repair needs. They've been supplying cars, SUVs, light and medium truck tires, as well as farm tires since 1944. Plus, they've built their reputation on services such as alignments, brakes, and suspension work that will exceed your expectations. Stop in today at Bauer Built Tire and Service on Mall Drive in Eau Claire and in Durand. Bauer Built on service.
And welcome back to Durand-Arkansaw High School, where this afternoon Durand-Arkansaw wins it over Luther 50-44. Let's run down scoring for today. Chloe Auth, she had 9. Jaden Glaus had 1. Allie McMahon had 5. Edison Auth had 6. Victoria Kurth had 10 on the night. Emma Hoyt had 14, or check that, 13. And Sawyer Sabelko had 6 on the day. With the win, the Panthers now improved to 8-2. Meanwhile, for Onalaska Luther, Neumeister had 8. Heckbarth had 10 on the night. Check that, Heckbarth had 8 on the night as well. Scheibel had 4. Zeidel had 3. Unke had 10 on the day. And it was Livingston that had 8 on the night. With the loss, the Lady Knights dropped to 8-2. Let's check our Durand Fresh Market scoreboard as well. See if we have some scores from around the area from earlier today. Now, Alma Pepin was playing earlier today. It looks like Blair Taylor, they defeated Elmwood Plum City in boys hoops today by a score of 74-52. Meanwhile, it was Lake City over La Crescent, 60-46. And that was earlier today as well. That in girls basketball. Again, some other scores still waiting for the Alma Pepin and Boyceville game, along with Red Wing and Keesland Mantorville hockey as well. You can again follow the Durand Fresh Market scoreboard on the sports page of our website at realcountry1430.com. Coming up, our next broadcasts, we'll have that will be on Tuesday as the boys are hosting Arcadia. We'll have coverage of that starting at 6:45 next week. Also, on Thursday will be the girls hosting Spring Valley. Then on Thursday night. Then on Friday night of next week, it's the boys hosting Mondovi. So those are the games. Oh, happy birthday, Natalie. Oh, okay. I'm sorry I didn't see this. Let's make sure we get this here. We're going to have to zoom in here. Let me zoom in a little bit here so we can. No, you can keep it up. Keep the sign up here just a little bit. Okay. I was going to zoom in a little bit more, but can you see it? Put the sign up here. There you go. Here, I'll zoom in. There we go. Now we can zoom in. Happy birthday, Natalie. There we go. How old is Natalie? 50? 15? 15. Okay, happy birthday, Natalie. Guess what? Yep, Mom's embarrassing you, but remember, Natalie, when you turn 16, you get to scare Mom driving. There you go. So happy birthday, happy 15th birthday to Natalie. All right. And again, our final score. Hey, we're having a little fun here. Why not? Final score today is Durand-Arkansaw winning over Onalaska Luther by a score of 50-44. You've been listening to Durand-Arkansaw Girls High School basketball here on WRDN. I'm Brian Winnekins. Have a great evening.